Hey, Curvies. Hey, Curvies. Grand Rising, Curvies. What's good? What's good? I'm going to give you guys a second to come in here. I'm getting my morning coffee together. You know, I love this Cafe Bustelo. Let's see. 20 seconds and Grand Rising. You guys, it is hump day. What day is it? It's hump day, people. Hump day. Yes, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Well, I had to come on here and hurry up. I'm really liking this feature on freaking YouTube where you can just go live, from right in here and I don't have to go to StreamYard or set it up or anything. But I had to come in here, Curvies. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Yes, I'm in my dirty kitchen. I just have a couple of dishes out. It's not that bad. But, so Grand Rising, you guys. So here's what's been happening. Escape and SWV are doing a series. And the series is about the two girl groups from the 80s getting back together. And everybody knows that SWV, 30 million records worldwide. And Escape, 7 million records with Candy and Tamika and Tiny and their followers. Oh, hey, Tracy Wilson, what's good? So you guys, did you see everything that's been happening with Tamika Scott and Tasha Scott? Because they have been going back and forth, right? And in their back and forth, okay, so for me, let me go backwards. For me, I don't think Tamika Scott should have ever blew up her family with this alleged somebody stole my money 10 years ago, but you waited 10 years to mention it. Now you on TV and now everything's blown up and you're just like, oh, well, you guys painted me into a corner. I didn't see no corner that she was painted into that she needed to say what she said to her mother and her sister, except for that she was doing the bidding of somebody else in her group, which is the lead. And she didn't let her and her sister go on tour with the same name last time, in my opinion, allegedly. Anyway, so I was on another live last night, and in that live, they said that they got a text a while ago that said that there was a sex tape that said there was naked pictures, that said there was a picture of Tadina Tucker, Candice Burris's husband, in act of fellatio with a trans person, and said that Tamika Tiny Harris, I think, is in some kind of trouble. And these are all allegedlys, because I didn't get the text. I don't know nothing about this. But anyway, so on that live, they said that there was a lot of other stuff that still could come out. And that person on that live was like, oh, all of this is just mess, right? So and I think that person mentioned it because remember Rocky went on Tasha K and he called her and she played the phone call for everybody. Remember that? Well, LaTasha is Rocky's husband, Rocky Bivens. They call him, his name is Eric Bivens, I think. Anyway, so he said to Tasha K that Tamika had been sending him naked pictures. And Tamika is saying that, oh, Edward. Hey, Be More Shorty, what's good? Grand Rising. I just had to jump on here and tell you, Curvies, that Tamika Scott just dropped what she's calling a receipt about the $30,000. And then she's all, and I'm never going to speak on it again. She totally dropped this nuke. It showed us a form of proof. And now she's never going to talk about it again. You started this fire, lady. Like, I'm like, get over it. And this whole thing has really screamed to me. I don't know. Nobody agrees with me. But to me, how is Tamika going on the side with Candy when Candy wouldn't even let them tour with the name Escape when she was too good to go on tour with them? Do you remember all that? But now Tamika is beholden to her. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not buying it. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. So anyway, so now Tamika is protecting the group, Candy, again, now that these allegations that there's freaking pictures I think the whole 30K check was cashed but not used properly, misuse of funds. Yeah, I feel like, did you see the proof? It's in the picture. I just posted on the community tab for LRGA Curves. Now, to me, she posted something. It's a receipt, but I don't know that it's proof. Like, to me, proof would be a handwriting analysis that shows that these hand strokes were that of Rocky and Tamika, and Tasha. That would be proof to me. Just giving me some paper talking about, oh, I sent this check. And then I keep asking the question. The royalty company was just sending out $30,000 checks and no signature was required on that thing. Anybody who knows anything in the business world, if the check is over a certain amount of money, you're dropping it in an overnight FedEx thing, and there's going to be a signature required because you don't want that person coming back later talking about they didn't get the $30,000 check that you sent them. At least to me. That's how I get when I get a huge check, I have to sign for it. I have to sign for it. Like at my door, I have to sign for it. I just don't get it. But nobody has that receipt. Nobody has the receipt about that they actually sent it to this address. She just came up with something that they called and pretended to be her ex-husband. And so they changed the address to something that a $30,000 check was going to go to. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a professional for a business for years. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. Have you ever tried to deposit a check that doesn't have your name into your own bank account at Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo? How hard is it? Even if the person is standing right next to you, when they endorse the check to you, you have to endorse it to the bank in front of the teller, and then they might think about letting you put that in your bank account. They might think about cashing it. There ain't no way that they're just going to take a check. I don't understand. They are black in America. I don't really see the bank just participating a number of times on this weird check transaction for checks in another name. I don't get it. I don't get it. At least not any of the banks I've ever banked at in over 50 years have ever allowed this to happen. But she says it's proof because now she has a copy of something with a signature that's not hers and a signature that she believes is her sister's signature. But where's the proof? Show me something else your sister signed for me to believe that this is her signature now. And then, okay, I'm just like Tamika. Yeah, I want to talk about what you did 20 years ago. I'm just like Tasha. Yeah, Tamika, I want to mention what you did 20 years ago because you're a fucking liar. In my opinion, yes, fraud and PR stunts. Tamika is a freaking liar. She totally spread the rumor for years that Jermaine Dupri's daddy and Candy Burris were smashing. Actively spreaded it. And then she's like, I was in my 20s when I did that. Yeah, that means you've been lying since you was in your 20s. Because you didn't correct it till you was in your 30s. So if it was a lie from your 20s and, oh, you're just bringing up stuff from when I was there and I've changed and well, then why didn't you bring it up? Why didn't you apologize for almost a decade then either? Because you said it in your 20s, but it wasn't cleared up until Watch What Happens Live within the last couple of years. And you wasn't in your 20s in the last couple of years. So if you did, why did it take you so long to apologize? If you made that right and you took accountability. You didn't take it on your own. You waited to get on TV where Candy wanted you so that you could dispel the rumor that she was smashing Jermaine Dupri's daddy. And that is why your sister didn't get her freaking record deal. In my opinion, allegedly. That's what I think. But these receipts that Tamika Scott just dropped, I still need more proof, Curvies. I watch too much CSI. I grew up on Quincy. I need more proof. Perry Mason would need a little more proof than something that you're not willing to admit in court, but you're willing to bring to the court of public opinion about some blood relatives of your family. And now that stuff is being brought up about Todd gobbling sausage, allegedly, Now you don't want to talk about it. But when it was your family on the cross burning, it was fine to talk about. But now you don't want to talk about it no more? I don't get it. It's not, something's not right. I'm making my coffee. This coffee, you guys, is the best. Oops. This right here. Have you guys ever had that? So good. So good. Anyway, so I just had to jump on, like I said, and come on here and talk to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think that the receipts that Tamika dropped are proof? Or do you think that it's some type of evidence? Like, evidence is something you enter into court. Proof is something that's then proven, right? So she has something with some signatures that she says aren't hers. And then that's the other thing. She, in her proof, Tamika, just now in her proof, go to her YouTube channel. Her and her sister both got YouTube channels. Just like Candy, they all speaking on it, okay? Just like I'm speaking on it too. And I love cafe. Oh, yes. Skinny Sir, yes. I use stevia too. I use my freaking monk fruit stevia. Definitely. That's what's up, Curvy. That's what's up. Hey, like minds. You're curvy for a reason. I love it. So that I was gonna say that's the other thing. Now she don't want to talk about it no more. Now that freaking Tadina is allegedly Michael Darby and wants to suck sausage everywhere. Now you don't want to talk about it. Okay? I just don't. Something's not right. I need more proof. I need some handwriting analysis going on. And okay, so then that's the other thing. If Tiny's mom, Tamika Tiny Harris's mom, is the one who got these checks for everybody and nobody knew, then how did Tamika just say that Tasha had the address changed and intercepted her checks? But she didn't know they were going to get the checks, I thought. So how did she go through all of those motions to get something that she didn't even know was on the way? But then she decided to do an intercept on it. That for her to do an intercept means that one would have had to come. I don't know. It's just, I have more questions. I have way more questions than answers at this point. And this is not a receipt, Tamika Scott. If you watch CSI, this is not a receipt. You need to come up with proof that that T on the check is the same T that Tasha signs with. And then I need to see the front of the check too. I need to see the front of the check, not just the back of the check. I need to see the front of the check also. So that's all my rant is this morning. Grand Rising Curvies. Tamika Scott dropped something she called a receipt, but it's not proof in my opinion. And Tasha should be replying any minute now. And I'm sure there'll be more about all of this. There's only 2 episodes left on the show. And the show is just okay in my opinion. I mean, it's supposed to be about, 2 girl groups getting together, but we have had no music. We have had hardly any music. No music, no singing. I mean, we hear a goat once in a while. That would be cough, cough, Candy. But I haven't really been hearing no singing. Like, I want to see him perform. I want to see him get the venue. I thought this was going to be like a backstage pass or something. And instead, all it is Simona Scott Young drama. And it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. These people are too old. It's too much of a legacy involved for these freaking people to be arguing over nothing because Candy can't have a headline. She doesn't deserve a headline, by the way, people. Candy and Tamika do not deserve a headline. You know why? Because if their followers were translating to views, then they would have more than 400,000 views on the show. But I thought you have 1 million followers. We got 1 million followers. We need to get top billing. Well, your followers ain't even watching you on the show on Bravo. So why should you get more headline in the freaking show? It doesn't translate. You already know that. Candy's numbers don't translate to freaking Real Housewives of Atlanta. Those numbers were in the toilet ever since Nene left. But Candy has her majillion followers, right? Why isn't it translating? Because it doesn't translate. Tiny has a number of reality shows going at any given time. What are the numbers on her show? Are her millions followers following her to the screen to watch her act up with her family? No, because nobody freaking cares. It doesn't translate. So you need to give SWV the respect that they're due. Escape. Everybody but Tasha. Tasha's the one that was like, no, we should just co-headline. Because she know. She know. This is BS. Co-headline. You know what? To me, 30 million records is worldwide. 7 million records is to Tennessee. Okay? Anyway, that was my rant. I need my morning coffee. Then maybe I'll calm down. You guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in to LRGA Curves today. But Tamika has dropped some receipts. You guys should go check it out. See if you think it's a receipt at all. If you don't think it's a receipt, leave a comment below because I don't think it's a receipt. Yes. Talk to you later. Peace out, Curvies.